Go live. There's some real negativity going on here. What the hell happened? I was here. Could you all hear me? I asked. What the hell is this? All right, everybody. Now, I already spent 15 minutes of talking, so I don't know if you heard anything. The only thing I had was, hey, y'all, good morning, Joe Daddy, said Kathy. And Bo DeVisser said, good afternoon. And then I said, can you guys hear me? And nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now, let me see where I am here. Let's see if you guys can see me now. Because if you can't, I have no idea what the hell's going on at this point. Oh, there we are. Okay. Shit. Man. It's crazy up here. You know, I was connected to you, and now I'm not connected, and now I should be connected again. So please come back. Baby, come back. Babies, come back. Everybody come back. Yes, I can see. Thank you, Bo. Could you hear me the whole time? But you couldn't see me. Was that it? Well, look how fortuitous of you to join us on the day your mug is on your mug and not, well, I don't have a May December mug. We're glad you're representing that you are the Joe Daddy girl today, the thumbnail of all thumbnails. No, you couldn't hear me? Well, we connected. We had a little, how about when I typed to you? Did you get anything? I was sitting here chatting, thinking I was on and wondering where the hell everyone was. But as luck would have it, I readjusted some things, which I could have done earlier, but I was so involved with talking. I know. Pathetic. Pathetic. I went through the whole of the Academy Awards, and I'm sure over there on the left coast you'll appreciate it, but I think Brad Pitt is a great actor. I love it, but, you know, leave the politics at home. I don't even watch those things anymore for the politics. Like, I'm going to take my political views from an actor. I don't think so. Look, I'm an actor. I don't listen to myself. You should see me play golf. I talk to myself. I answer, as my friends say. But, Joe, you don't listen. Sheldon Davis. Hello, Sheldon. Nice of you to pop in today. How are you doing? And what part of the world are you in, Sheldon? 4 Chinese military hackers in Equifax breach have been arrested, charged actually. There's a fire sale. Where's this? Iran plant makes the U.S. flags protesters burn. U.S. flag protesters burn. That's terrible. Bathumi, what is up? It's 9 p.m. in India, right? And I'm on the roof looking at the stars. It's so beautiful. To be sitting up there having a cocktail with you. And it'd be a couple cocktails and ready for bed. Oh, and that'd be a great day for me. I think Pathumi is in one of the, let's see, it's in India somewhere, an Indian territory, correct? I mean, we're talking 9 p.m., so it's got to be Asia. Lurking doing uni work, but watch and listen a little. That's Sarah Welsh Lassie, another nutbuster from over the pond, you know, in Wales. One of these days we'll get together and we'll have her teach me some more Welsh to speak. Because when you are speaking Welsh, you are jamming consonants together, and it's something like this. And that means, please run to the store for me, son. Lake City, Florida, Sheldon. All right. Sheldon's in Lake City, Florida. I'm on the treasure coast of Florida. The one day I wear lipstick. It looks good, baby. I'm telling you. It looks hot. It looks like you might want to tangle with the teacher there. Anyway, I digress. Please give us Welsh lessons, Sarah. Welsh lassie. I'd pay for that. Well, that's better. At least I'd have a job then. Okay, sure, I'll give you lessons. Is the background music too loud? The money would come in handy. You have to split it with me. All right. Claire's so beautiful. It's good to see you. I hope everything is going well, Claire. Some people like the lipstick. I'm kind of like, nay. I like the flesh-colored tones on the lips for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, but lipstick's good. It depends on the complexion. If you are darker, red lipstick is good. If you're darkish, and some people wear red all the time, even if they are very pale, wear red as well, and that's okay. I'm kind of, on the fence, sitting here on the fence about that. I didn't actually watch the Oscars. What did Brad Pitt say? Oh, I just saw Joaquin's speech. Did he win Best Actor? So I found out, and on demand, I can get that Parasites movie. I am a huge fan of foreign films, to us, foreign films. I do not mind at all subtitles. I went to school for that. And I love, as you know, Bollywood films. So, I mean, come on, I'm all in for that. So I have to watch Parasites. But wow, a foreign film winning Best Picture at the Oscars in the United States of America. That's what Welsh sounds like over here. Okay. Angela Sheldon, surprisingly enough, is sleeping right now. She will wake in a few hours and go to work. But she's just down around the corner here from me. Oh, Angela said, ask the girls. Anyone's interested in this. She's never worn this, but it's a small. She's never worn this. This is a Lolita skirt. Lolita skirt, all right, and one of these Lolita tops. Oh, it goes like this, and you stick your boobs in it, pulls up, and you can wear it off your shoulder. Oh, look how sexy I am with it off my shoulder. Anyway, I don't know what she wants for it. Something like $30, but we don't know what the shipping is. So anyway, I will send Angela. I'll send them. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'll send them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Angela and I were playing the ukuleles and the guitars last night, singing some songs. Damn. I'd look good in summer in that. Yes, you would, baby. Oh, those long legs coming out from underneath that skirt. No panties on. I can see that right now. Sitting down on the bench, crossing your legs. Ooh, or not crossing them. Maybe sitting like you're watching a ball game, your legs spread apart, and everyone at the bleachers is laying on the ground looking up at you, ignoring what's happening on the pitch. You see, I said pitch because I know you don't have baseball games over there. Okay. Shiny Frost. Hello. Oh, yes, I am very happy for Parasite as well. I've not seen it yet, but I'm going to get it in the next day or so. I just have to purchase it for $4.99 on the telly. It would look good on Angela. Well, yeah, but she tried it on and doesn't really like it. Naughty Joe? What? What do you mean Naughty Joe? I did a television show once, and I'm talking to this guy. He says, Joe, look at the girl. It was a break time, and we were in a house because we were filming in a house, and this girl is like midway up the staircase, and not giving names or anything, it doesn't really matter, and she has a skirt on. He says, Joe, see that girl up on the stairs? Yeah. She's not wearing any panties. I said, what? I don't make it too obvious. I'll run interference for you. So he walks over, and then I just kind of glance around her. So she wasn't looking at me. She was looking off. The JJ time. And rather stunning, actually, if you get my drift. But really, classless. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not a big fan of dresses and skirts and things like that. You're not very ladylike when I sit and move around. Yeah, I know that about you. You're kind of a tomboyish. Angela actually is as well. Yeah, I've always been with girly girls, and I like them. Oh, God, I love you out there. Love the girly girls. I'm very big turn on by girly girls. Angela is more of like, hey, whatever, I'm just going out. No makeup if I don't want, just out here. And I said, for God's sakes, put on a baseball cap, would you? And look like you're a movie star that just, is not in front of the makeup mirror, that's all. There are demands when you're with Joe Daddy. Oh, yes, Claire is a girly girl. Kathy is, too. And Bo, absolutamundo. And there's nothing wrong with anyone who isn't. I'm not saying. I'm just rambling because I have to fill airspace here. And I can hear you all going, oh, brother, what is Joe talking? Jeez. I can only imagine what you must say. I cannot believe he said that. I can't believe it. He is so fucked up. That guy is nuts. But I have to tune in because he might say something intelligent one day. And I'm marking it down. And so far the sheet is blank. I know. But someday. Okay, girl. You can take your bottoms off all you want. But you have to activate the fan for me, for goodness sake. I might become dewy and glistening, and I can't do that, I'm on telly here. Along with it, there's a penguin on my telly. Not a huge fan. I like dresses, skirts, heels. Feel so much better when I wear those. Oof. I know. It's a confidence thing. I know I'd stumble and fall on my ass if I was wearing high heels, but then again, I don't have to. But if the part called for me to do that, I remember my son was in high school. My son will be 30 in July. And on Bastille Day, as a matter of fact. So he said, Pops, that's what he calls me. Pops, they want me to, he has an excellent singing voice, is very, very talented, can dance and all these things. He said, they want me to wear a dress and play a woman. I said, do it, embrace it, show them you can tackle any role they give you, and just have fun with it. Everybody knows you don't wear dresses, but it would be a blast. I would definitely do a role like that, but you all know that anyway. Yes, I would love it, but I wouldn't do that because that wouldn't be. Sarah, it's okay for you to have it because it looks good on you. Absolutely right, Striper. It's a good point. Sarah is model-esque. She is very thin, statuesque, sophisticated, and looks very classy. And so, she gives that look, and it's like, oh my God, would you like to crawl inside that head and see what she's thinking? So, I would rock, I would. Girl, I would do it. I was watching RuPaul from Saturday Night Live. I was watching him do the makeup on Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson. RuPaul is amazing. I think RuPaul, we love RuPaul in this house. And, you know, he just has it together. As a guy, but he, you know, it's all right. And he's smart and he's funny and all of that. But when he gets in drag, God, man, he is one hot mama pajama. Good morning, Charlie. Good to see you. But I get self-aware. You can rock anything. Come on, stop it, Sarah. You can rock anything. Jeans and tees for you, mostly all black, so I don't have to think about how to accessorize. Laugh my ass off. Yes, I wear black often. I like that, not for not having the accessories. I only wear a watch. But I play golf on early, man, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. tee time, and that's early for me. Even though I get up early, usually about 6:30 or 7, I didn't feature waking at 5 because I had to drive a long way to go to a golf tournament. And it was chilly in the morning, and I had my black golf pants on. I had a blue shirt on, and I was rocking the black, very lightweight down vest, very lightweight for golf, and I had a black hat and black shoes. Oh yeah, style. I almost wore a black shirt saying that's too much black. So, but I do that sometimes. In the summer when it's 90 degrees, I'll go out with a black shirt. And my friends will say, Jesus, Joe, aren't you hot in that? I'll say, yes, but it looks good, doesn't it? You guys all slovenly there with your pastel shirts coming out of your pantalones. All right. Bobby Clay, makeup is a vicious cycle. The more you use it, the more damages a woman's or a man's skin, making you need makeup. Most girls don't need paint to look pretty. Most girls don't. Some girls surprisingly need it. Some professionals need it. I've had the pleasure of seeing some very big stars with or without makeup. Big difference, because you're used to seeing them on screen, and you're like, wow. And then you see, I'm like, who the hell's that? That's someone's. What? But then when the camera's on, she's all done up and ready to go, and she looks like you know her from the television screen. Kathy's mom is here. Is Mama Cup here? What? Mama Cup is in the house. Compliments on your beautiful daughter, Mother Cup. What did you do this past weekend, Charlie? Charlie, how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you do something different? Something distracting? I don't think makeup has damaged my skin since the Victorian era, when it was all arsenic and lace, or laced with arsenic. Arsenic laced. That's what I tie my shoes with. Yep, some of those stirs do look better with their makeup on, with their faces on, as they like to say. I have to put my face on. Cher is attractive, but she, you know, if you have dark features or interesting features, they tend to take over. So. Bobby Clay. Bobby Clay. It's a good name, Bobby Clay. 2 first names. All right. You must be in theater. Are you in theater with that name, Bobby Clay? Are you in theater? Are you in makeup? Are you in your home now? Or are you in your car? You're in something, I know. Arsenic and Old Lace. Now there's a good old film. A great film. How about some rom-pom jokes? Well, I have something interesting here that you might find interesting, or perhaps you don't. So I'm going to let you look it up. No, you're not going to look it up. Do not look up. Promise me you won't look up. Bum, 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 bum. All right. All right, I'm going to give you some dad stuff here. All right? Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna give it to you, to you, to you. Oh, behave. I'm not going to do that. No, it's not on camera unless it pays really well. And for me, it can never pay enough. Well, it could pay enough. You could do it once. You could do it once, you know, don't say nothing. These are not listed as the other ones I had before. I'm still looking, so just relax. Keep it in your pants for a second, will you? Okay, here you go. I want you to tell me. See, you're going to tell me. You can look this up. Oh, poor thing. She's lying there. Tears come running down her face. Seen better days. Seen better days. Anyone ever use that expression? Seen better days. Well, he's seen better days. How about forever and a day? Or how about good riddance, you bastard? Good riddance. Oh, we better lie low. I don't know, it was Greek to me. As good luck would have it. Wait, what? Food in the bedroom? Do explain. Who's got food in the bedroom? Cary Grant. Hello, Judy. Judy. I'm Cary Grant. I actually met Cary Grant. I did. I was out in Los Angeles, you know, hanging out with the peeps, and I went to a function. He was there. It was quite a group, and I was sitting at a very nice table, and I was sitting right across from Cheryl Ladd. Do you remember her? Yes, I bet you do. Cheryl Ladd. And Ned Beatty was there. Cary Grant was there. Gene Hackman was there. Arnold Schwarzenegger was there. Oh yeah, back in the day, I was rubbing elbows with some peeps. And it was fun. All right, and who said, you've got to know, who said this? It's a wild goose chase. You know who it is. Come on. Where's Charlie? The 36-year difference, you win what? Wait, what? Food in the bedroom? Who's eating food in the bedroom? I tried food in the bedroom for the first time. Interesting to say the least. What's the general consensus? No, not in my house. You don't come, girl. You don't need food in the bedroom. You are food in the bedroom. Think about that. Melted Haagen-Dazs, chocolate ice cream, and squirty cream. What the hell is squirty cream? I mean, don't say anything, Cup, please. I know you in class, so just relax. Let's find out what she says. Anyway, you probably were unaware that those quotes I was saying, or sayings I was saying, all came from Billy Shakespeare. Off with his head, he said, and forever and a day, he said, and good riddance was Shakespeare. Fair play was Shakespeare. Lie low was Shakespeare. It's Greek to me was Shakespeare. As good luck would have it, you've got to be cruel to be kind. That's wrong. Love is blind is Shakespeare. Be all end all is Shakespeare. That's from Macbeth. Break the ice is Shakespeare. Heart of gold is Shakespeare. Kill with kindness is one of my favorite ones, is William Shakespeare. Knock, knock, who's there? William Shakespeare. Live long day. Live long day, live long day. Okay, you can have too much of a good thing. That was Shakespeare. The game is afoot. What? The game is afoot. No, it's a football. No, the game is afoot was William Shakespeare as well. So, isn't that interesting? I found that very interesting the other day. Lie low was Shakespeare. Fair play. I already told you good riddance. I told you forever and a day. Off with his head. You know, that's from Richard III. And that's Shakespeare. Seen better days is Bill Shakespeare from the play As You Like It. Pure as a driven snow, like all of you fine ladies are. And Stryper. Green-eyed monster is William Shakespeare. Wild Goose Chase is also Bill Shakespeare. So there you go, there you have it. You're edumacated a little bit on that. I'm not lecturing you on Shakespeare, but you just realize all of those sayings, right? I know you. But it is her best, in my opinion. Let's see. What is her best? Come on. Lauren Bacall. I met Lauren Bacall so much, he let her free. He let her free to find herself. She came back to him. Yeah, I would let somebody go to, let her free to find themselves. But when they came back, they wouldn't be, I would already be finding someone else. Okay, I know it's her most well-known, but is it her best? But it is her best in your opinion. So melted Haagen-Dazs. Were you eating it alone, Sarah? I'm not lecturing you on Shakespeare. I'm just telling you some of his sayings. Did you know all of them? You're going to say yes, but I have no way of telling. But this isn't it. That's just a little bit of minutia for you. That's all. Who's lecturing you? Lecturing you is to, I'm just giving you some little, and you could say, oh, I know all of that. Well, good, well, maybe someone else didn't. You see, that's what happens in a class. Yeah, we know. We know. We know what you were doing, Miss Abstinence. Well, because it was something new to do. It's love. You're in love. You do stupid things in love. No crumbs in my bed. None. No. And if you play golf and you're too tired, I will throw you in the shower myself because I don't want any sand in my bed either. Or sand in my shoes, which is a great song, by the way. Do you know what? Did you know that? It's on the flip side in the 45 of... Do you know what song is on the other side of Sand in My Shoes? The other side is far more popular. I'll give you a few minutes. Breakfast at Tiffany's, yes, breakfast at Tiffany's. Tiffany's is a wonderful place on Fifth Avenue. when you go there to have something repaired, when I walked to Tiffany's, and I had, what did I have that was from Tiffany's? It was something, I don't know. But no, it was a bracelet. It was someone else's bracelet. So I went to get it repaired. And you go up to whatever floor, like the 7th floor, and you sit down, and it's very formal. It's unbelievable that this is a jewelry store, but I mean, it is the Mecca, right? So you go there and you sit down, and the lady starts dressed very nicely. Men are in suits. Right over there, sir. Have a seat. May I have your name, please? And then they called me up. Yes, what do you have? And I presented them with a jewelry. Said, it looks like this has come undone. Can you mend that? Of course we can. Let me have it. Let's take a photo of it, just as we have it here. That's a photo. We want to have the photos. We turn it every way. We shoot it on this little velvet thing. They shoot it. Okay, we'll put it in this little pouch, and we will have it repaired for you, and we will notify you when it is ready. Unbelievable. That's king for sure. Yeah, use a cane. Yes. Ah. Figure painting class. He taught. Figure. No, you're in the US, you'd say figure. Oh, she has a smashing figure. A what? A figure. Okay, sure. King for sure if the teacher's going to spank the student. And absolutely not. Bodavisser. Bodavisser. Ain't misbehaving. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm glad you all were able to make it today. I was getting a little stressed out why no one was here. Bo was here and Kathy was here. They said good morning and good afternoon, and then they vanished. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it was weird. So Sheldon, how are things in Lake City, Florida? Is that north of, is that South Florida or where exactly? Not exactly, but you know, generally. Near Orlando, near Tampa, near Miami. Miami. Yes, Parasite, Shiny Frost, yes, it was great. And a Korean filmmaker, writer, director, beautiful. Bo, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but if it is you getting your way with a man, I think it will not be too difficult to complete that task. And of course, Alex is the thumbnail, and she is being extremely brazen today. She's just coming out here, and you better update her. I got you, girl. That sounds like RuPaul. I got you, girl. If anyone saw RuPaul on Saturday Night Live, he was very good. His monologue was terrific. There's only one skit, the one teaching reading the children's books, that was really great. The police skit was totally, you know, a lot of times they do these skits, and these writers, they just are horrible. But I want you to know that on Saturday Night Live, because I know, because I've been there, that a lot of times they scrap very good skits, and you think, this is hilarious. And then the next thing you know, they cut it because of time. Or the censor gets a bug up their butt. sharing your love for teachers. Yes, the only teacher I loved was in the 4th grade. Beautiful, statuesque blonde. And you know, I'm partial to brunettes. Blonde with this beautiful ass, and I knew it in the 4th grade. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I didn't know what it was that was doing this to me, but yeah. Imagine how old she is now. Poor thing must be 80 years old now. I wonder where that butt sits now. Is it up here? Or maybe did it Doesn't matter. She was a beauty. Sarah's leaving. She's going back to school. Refreshing. Wait a minute. Should be you in your body anyway. Oh my God. Girl, you should have always had that. And I told you. You know I was on your side. I knew what you were missing. I knew what you were missing. And finally, it seems to have come to fruition. I'd like to remind all of you that you can also visit Discord. So please do. Yes, you are a beauty, Sarah. We know that. I think I'm gonna put you up on Friday. Wiener Wednesday, we'll have a photo of, if it fits. We're going to have a photo of someone that you all know, so you'll see. Thank you, Kathy. In a non-creepy way. It can be creepy. It's all, I love you. I have, you know, Sarah that has, and Bo. Ooh, all of you are beauties. I mean, come on. I mean, if more of my friends knew all of you guys. Oh, intermittent. It's an intermittent broadcast. The Martians are coming in now. It's we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please do not adjust your set. What the hell is this music I have in the background anyway? Anybody know? Let's ask Claire. Is it Elizabethan? No. All right. It's called The Eyes of Glory. Glory. Actually, that's a long thing, huh? I think it's been moved. Oh. Here we go. Okay, that's too loud. Yeah. Why is that like that? Is this? Oh, that's me. That's just me, maybe. Just me? Just me. It's me. Okay, we'll turn it off. All right, there we are. There you have it then. There you have it. Okay. Does it sound okay? I can't tell because it's in the, you can hear me clearly. Clearly. All right, well, what is this? This is bedroom music. I guess so, if you're sleeping. Oh, you mean the soft. It's like, you know, Sarah's not here now, but you'd have to be careful to not knock the ice cream or squirting cream container over into the candelabra, of course, as it hits the sheets or hits the down comforter, and that would erupt in flames. You must be careful. So don't, just remember, don't eat it. Don't eat food in bed. Thank you, Alex. Sarah sent me a picture on Skype. She announced that to the world, so now I'm going to check it out. Scat. Let me go over here, Scat. Okay. Sarah, smile. I know I have that picture. I had that picture the other day, and I love that picture. It's you, girl. Oh, girl, I'll be in trouble if you left me now. All right, here we go. She's got a new bow. Oh, you're here. Okay. It's a nice picture. Very nice picture. If you're wearing jeans with that jacket, do you know what it's called? Those of you in Canada know. It's called a Canadian tuxedo. It is it's a negative thing to say, by the way. A jean jacket and matching jeans. Canadian tuxedo. Just in case you ever wonder, you want to have some world flavor to it, to your knowledge of clothing, you can say that. Oh, girl, well, I can show it if she lets me now. But I have to, you know, I don't have to doctor it at all. Doctor, I'm in the mood. All right, do you want me to show the photograph as it is? I don't touch these things up. I mean, you know, sometimes we wipe stuff up. All right, let's see now. Let's senile. Hello, let's senile. It's a senile moment. Maybe a little creepy, baby. Oh, behave, baby. Behave, baby. All right, let's see if I can do this. This could take a couple of momentitos, por favor. All right, here we go. This is going to happen. Boom, 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 boom. I need my own traveling music for this one. Set it up there. No, that was not. Which means, what did you do with that? Why did you? See, when you send it, I can't always take it off there, hon. You need to, send it to me on my, just text it to me. Can you do that? Or you can Snapchat. But here, you know what I can do? Let me send it over. I can do it on my phone. Hold on. I'll do it then, damn it. I will do it. I'll send it to Joe, because Joe can get it done real quick for me. Joe, you're going to love this photo of Sarah. There it goes. Okay, there you go. Now, boom. Forward to me. Oh, girl. All right, we're working at it. We're working at it. Claire's saying, Joe, just do this, just do that, do this, do that. All right, I'm going to. Where, oh, where? So here's what I want to do. I want to copy it first. All right, now. Okay, now I'm going to go over here and pick it out. There you are. And now I'm going to send you right there. Okay. Stand by. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get this done in just a second. Okay, it showed up over there. It should be right here now on the screen. Well, maybe a little creepy. Want me to send it to iMessage? No, sweetheart, I already have it through iMessage. I sent it there. I sent it there to myself. To me. And it looks like, oh, I see you're still sporting the jewelry in your nostril. Do you ever take it out, I wonder? You know, for like a formal occasion. It speaks to your individuality. I like that, though. I like that. But I wonder if you have a cold and have to blow your nose, if that kind of, you know, disturbs things. I've got it. I already have it. Am I that bossy? I thought I was quite submissive. I like you to be submissive, so just, you know, stay over there in the corner, suspended. Thank you. Let's see here. All right, here we go, folks. See if this works. Boom, 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 boom. I may have to put this up. Yeah, I'm going to send it up in this. Come on. There you go. No, I don't want to restore anything. Where'd you go now? Did you come up? Did you come up yet? Did you come up yet? Whew, there you go. Oh, girl, I'll be in trouble if you left me now. Okay, we'll put it back up for a closer examination. See, so folks, so right here, this little item there. Oh, look at this beautiful beauty mark down there. She's a beauty anyway. All the way. Look at these eyes, expressive brown eyes, brown-eyed girl. I know what you mean, Alex, about that hair. It's just kind of like flowing. It's like cascading down, as if it's a waterfall of lush love. You could just put it in your head, just smell that Welsh clean air, clean hair, beautiful. Oh, girl. Who's that in the background over there? Lovely. You are lovely. Quite the adorable one. So, that's her. There she is. No, I can't blame you at all for admiring that hair. It's lush. It's luscious. It's just, yeah, you know. I know what that would feel like in certain areas. It's just, you know, I mean, not to sound creepy, but, you know, that's beautiful hair. All right, so here we go. I'm sighing dreamily over here. Yes, I know. We all know. We all know that's it. Ooh, Sarah. Beautiful. Wow. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? No, I can't blame you at all, because it is beautiful hair indeed. Indeed. It's a beautiful hair. Oh, yeah. It now, with a huge, what is it, 5K or whatever those television screens are now, you get 84-inch screen. You could be standing on the corner. You could be standing in the frame right next to her. And you can make it look, because you can take that line out, right here. You can take that line out, and you can merge your body right in next to her. And it'd be perfect. You can do a perfect shot and then take a shot of that. That's creepy, Joe. No, but you can do it. Not that I have or would. I did it with a zebra. Yes, oddly enough, I have a painting of a zebra's head in my house that my brother-in-law did. And then I saw a zebra on one of these nature shows or whatever, animal shows. Not bestiality, but just animal shows, you know, real stuff. I don't know why I threw that bestiality thing in there, because I've read about it. So I took a photograph of the television, then a photograph of the painting, and put them together. It was quite interesting. But, you know, I do some quite interesting things occasionally. That wasn't one of them, Julie. Sarah, lovely photo, dear, and thank you, and keep them coming. The photos, okay. Not the gentleman callers. Okay. All right, dear. I know you have one love interest. And here I thought we would have had a long relationship. We will have a long relationship. I am certain of it. And you know what I'm talking about, girlfriend. Okay. Oh, girl. Okay. A 1980s throwback picture of a celebrity. That's right. Except that it's not 1980s. No, oh, it's not 1980. I'd be sitting here at a desk talking to a wall saying, you know, someday there's going to be a computer. Joe, come back to bed. Oh, God, if I had a nickel. All right, so, Okay, sighing dreamily over there. Sarah, you made everyone's day, and thank you for doing that. We had a rather business-like weekend, didn't we? We straightened some things out, so I expect everyone to be used, but not really be used, but use, or peruse, yeah, our Discord. So I'm reading this. See, I'm glad you kind of Discord all the time, don't you? It's kind of like it's like a thing. I'm reading here. I guess it's in the general chat. I see some I see some lovely photos here. I see a lovely photo I want to take off here of Wit, a new photo of Wit. I have several of Wit, and we have another beautiful photo of Elizabeth. We all know she is gorgeous. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Alex, you're leaving? All right, friends, I'm going off for a run before. Oh, man. Shit, oh, now I gotta do that. Well, not run, because I hurt my back years ago running so much, but I need to do it again. I mean, really. You know what I'll do? I'll go out for a walk this afternoon and see. I'll wear running shoes to see if maybe I can run for 20 feet without falling over. Have to be careful. We all have to be careful. Sarah, I had already sent, and Sarah put that image up. She sent it to me on iMessage, but I had already worked my magic. Just took me a little while. Okay. And be good to one another. Otherwise, you will have me to answer to. And me. Claire and I can play good cop, bad cop. Oh, I'd rather you both be bad cops. At Claire and Kathy. Yes, I think the three of you, actually, I can say this with almost certainty. If you were you three girls alone on a girls' weekend, I don't think you'd be paying much attention to anyone else. Well, why would you? Because then at the end of the weekend, I might say to you, how was your weekend spent? And then you would say in unison, oh, you're right, we are. What? Okay. All right, I'm not talking out of school. I know the three of you. Okay, yeah, I've never watched that either. I mentioned that to Angela. She said, yeah, I think I remember that. Or watched some of it once. So with everything on television, it must be really good to take your attention. I'm more the... Oh. Someone's got to film. Film at 11. And today you can hold you know, in one hand while. Yeah, oh yeah. That. Okay. All right, enough of that nonsense, children. There are adults in the room. Yeah, I don't know where either. Yeah. Of course. Bo. Bo knows. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts and minds of men? Bo knows. Kind of like Cher and Sonny. Bo knows. Hey, there's a dad joke. That's two people, so it would be a double entendre. Bo knows. Okay, moving along. So, did you watch the Oscars? I guess over across the pond it's on a little bit late, or is it really early in the morning? I don't know how. You are all coming with me. Get your clothes. Kathy goes, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. Get your clothes. William Whittam. William Whittam. No, you didn't miss much. No, same old stuff. We're just jawing a little bit. We're showing pictures of. We showed a photograph of our lovely Sarah. Always worth seeing again. There she is. She's at uni, and she is a beauty. Absolutely lovely. Sarah and I have a business relationship, so she is beautiful. Okay. What else do we have? Which awkward shows, boring? Oh, award shows. Awkward shows, yes. Angela can't stand them. She cannot stand them. I, of course, visualize myself always on the red carpet. I visualize myself up there accepting the award for myself and thanking too many people. I would thank all of you, of course. Thank you so much. You are all my dears. I couldn't have done this without you. And I'd like to thank Marty Scorsese for giving me the opportunity. It's my Robert De Niro. Let me see, sometimes when he smiles. Anyway. All right, here we go. Sarah. Let me send some love to you, girl. There you go. All right. Claire, I am right. They're with you also. I was at work. You didn't miss much, William. No, I didn't think I'm the only one. The award shows. Now, if you were going to be on the award show, well, actually, I'd be there. We know Delilah likes to go to those shows, and she is in the circle that can get her tickets and things of that nature. But right now, I believe she's vacationing with her beau in Hawaii. And that's the last thing I heard from her anyway. That girl has some exciting life, I'll tell you. I love Hawaii. Very much so. So, Kathy, how are things at work going? Same, or have they calmed down a little bit? A little bit. Just a little bit. Kathy works a lot. The restaurant business is a tough business, very tough business. I used to own a business years ago, of course, and I worked all the time. And I played all the time, at the same time. I mean, sometimes, believe it or not, I wouldn't make it home at night. So I'd have to go home in the morning to change clothes before I went back to work. I mean, you know, young men used to do that stuff. And women, young women, all women, older women. Older women then, too. Right? On the website, you mean MDS? No, I haven't been. I'm not there as often as I should be, but I try to get there like every other day. I will check it out. I will get there today. Yep, Kathy is the Norma Ray of the culinary world, the culinary world. You know she's always cooking up a surprise for somebody. That's right. Well, that's good, Kath. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear it. I owned a trucking and messenger company right around the corner from the White House in Washington, D.C. on K Street, which is notoriously known for its law firms. Well, from the roof of my building, you could see the guards on top of the White House. They patrol up there. And we used to always stand up there. We would see them with the binoculars looking at us. And we'd look back. We'd, you know, because that's what they have to do, the Secret Service. So, yes, I had about 50 people at any one time moving about the city, making deliveries, trucks, cars, and I had bicycle messengers. That was in the for about 10 years, from 85 to 95, I sold it, and I went to work for a company, traveled the country all the time. I would go out to Los Angeles or Seattle or something like that. I would go out there for, let's see, for a late lunch or dinner meeting, and I'd fly back. I would, same day. I used to go all over Texas. I was in California all the time. I was everywhere. The whole country. Let's see. I was in Chicago. I would go from Boston to Chicago, from DC to Boston to Chicago, to Houston. I mean, everywhere. All the main hubs. There are a lot of. What I was doing was selling. Not occupational, I forget, what did we used to call it? There, I'll tell you. God, it was always on the tip of my tongue, and now I can't even think of it. We used to save companies who had employees tons of money by changing over from employees to independent contractors. There was a big lawsuit, big problems we had in California, but we prevailed, actually. The thing is that they were saying, if you are directing someone, that is to say, you are telling someone, I want you to go to, you know, Van Nuys and pick up a 100-pound shipment and take it to Hollywood. They're saying that you are directing them. How could they be an independent contractor if you were directing them? And the way we used to get around it was they have the right to refuse that job. They are in business for themselves. See? But we all know if they didn't pick it up, they'd be fired. So, okay, this is the old school stuff. That was a long time ago, and I don't even know what the laws are now. So we would change them. And people would save hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight because their workers' comp insurance. You can imagine in insurance field when you have, when you're workers' comp, for example, in my office, it's nothing. I had, dispatchers and secretaries, customer service reps, all that kind of stuff, salesmen. There's a very low chance of injury. The truckers and bikers and couriers, they were independent contractors because you could not operate a business by insuring them with workers' compensation. It would have been cost prohibitive. You couldn't operate. You'd have no profit. All of your money would go to insuring them because the risk is so much greater. So you make them independent contractors and they get occupational accident insurance from us, which they pay for. So if you have a bill for $600,000 due in 5 days, right? We used to go in, I can remember in Seattle, I was at SeaTac, you could go in and the owner's already decided that that's the way he's going to go. He's got a workers' comp bill for $600,000+ due. This was a while ago, it'd be more now. And so we would go in and change them over to independent contractors. And we give them all their information, blah, 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 everything they have, all the cards, all that kind of stuff. Boom. And he wouldn't have to pay that bill. They were now independent contractors. He suddenly dropped $600,000 to the bottom line because he didn't have to pay. Interesting stuff. There are a lot of laws about all this stuff. It's very interesting, though. But I did that for several years, and then I got out of it. Yeah. Okay. What do we got here? I was going on about stuff that's boring. Insurance, okay. Well, it was okay at the time. Oh, well, I'm not doing much work anymore now, and that's the problem. Yes, much different than the acting, but I did acting and things of that nature long before. I mean, while I was in school, I, studied that stuff, and I performed all the time. So, yeah. So once I was able to do it and make money at it when I was living in New York, that was great. So, but that's the way it goes. We always take risks and we try different things. I probably, in retrospect, shouldn't have. I should have just stayed with the company the whole way through. In Washington, D.C., that's the big deal. You get hooked in the government and you can be there for life. You can retire from the government. And if you're a pain in the ass and they want to fire you, they can't, or they couldn't. So maybe today they can. They would just, listen to this happened all the time. And this is why the government is so ineffective. Because if you are in charge of a lot of people and someone is just a bad apple, how there's always an asshole somewhere along the line, bothering other people, disturbing. It's like when they walk into the room, it becomes toxic. You don't want that type of person. But they've been in the government for 5 or 6 years. They get those step increases. They get terrible reviews. And now you want to get rid of them. You can't fire them for cause. Not the government. I don't know about now. You didn't used to be able to do that. So what would you do? You'd promote them. Promote them up to another department. Get rid of that cancer you had in your division. Yeah, I didn't like that kind of thing either. I'm an idea person and always would look for shortcuts to do things to make it run effectively, with less time involved, run a business effectively. and free up time for yourself when I work for someone. I always used to do this. I would deliver the numbers to my bosses when they were in other states, like New York, when I first got in the business I was in. I would deliver the numbers, and I would be gone half the time because I could deliver what they wanted. You know, work smart. I wasn't, you know, oh, I've got to be here from here. No, no, no. Now, when I owned the business, I was always around. But, yes. Well, let's say I wasn't always around. You could reach me. Let's say that much. Work smart. Save time. Well, let's not call it a successful career right now. How would you you could say, how would you balance a successful career and a relationship? Communication, both places, if one word. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes hard to change culture. When I had my business, we had a different culture, but I mean, we had some very, we were dealing, it was labor intensive, okay? So when you're dealing with labor, and maybe not the most educated sometimes yes. My one of my best friends at the time was my lawyer, and he worked for me riding motorcycle. I had former NFL players. I had one NFL player working for me in the off season because back then they didn't have the huge contract they had. So if he's making $100,000 a year minimum, he still needed to work for his family. So he worked for me doing deliveries. People loved that when he would do deliveries. But yeah, I mean, you have to change culture, get everybody on the same page. And it's hard to do sometimes when people just don't grasp what you're trying to do because the only thing they see is money and don't see the way to get there. And they think that you're just wealthy because you're owner, and usually not at all. I had salesmen that would be making more than me, and I owned the place. Or I'd have truckers making more than me, and I owned the place. But there were advantages in ownership. I mean, I was the one that if we couldn't make payroll, I didn't get any money. It's not always easy, but, you know, I was an independent thinker. I changed things around in some of those places. Independent thinker. That's why then when I was in the Navy, we didn't get along. I wasn't going to make it a long-lasting career because I would find shortcuts to do things. I mean, really solid stuff. I would analyze what we do. This would need a lot of time. And they said, that's a great idea, but I have to go by the book. We don't deviate. You go by the book. I said, so we will spend with these men 15 or 20 hours doing this job that you can clearly see it can be finished in 3 hours. He said, yep, that's right. I hated that. Okay. And the kids, you don't want kids to suffer when you're dealing with kids, that's for sure. Many things happen, money does. Bo, you're leaving? Did Bo leave? Who said goodbye, Bo? Striper, are you having a good day? That was William Bo. Oh, I've got to leave now. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Bo. I don't know if you're hearing this, but thanks very much. And it's always good to see your pretty face. I see it little. It's little here, but I have photos I can look at. Yeah. righty then. So what's on the docket for everyone today? Huh? Are we working? Are we going to school? Let's see. Bethumi is going to sleep, probably. Anyone else watching us from Asia? Asia. Hey, all right. I was at a golf tournament on Saturday morning, very early for me. I had to drive 40, 50 miles, and the tee time was 8 a.m. That's early. So I was up at 5:30, 5 or 5:30, because I like to have my time. And we played, and I thought it was okay. Some good shots and bad shots. And we finished 8 under par, and usually that's not enough, but we ended up winning. And I didn't know that. We didn't know because we didn't, my friend and I did not go to the luncheon banquet. It was charity. I was just a guest of his. And we didn't go because we had other things to do. And so he says, "You're not going to believe this. We won that thing." And I said, "What did we win?" We won a free round of golf. That was good. It was huge prizes, but we didn't expect to win anyway. That's nice. That's good to know, so I can play for free again. Actually, or I should tell him, because he invited me, I should say. Oh, it's in my name, that's right. Yeah, it says that I have a free, so you can't use it with anyone else. So, okay, I'll stop that right there. So that's nice. You know, say $50. It's worth $50. It was one of those times when it was captain's choice. And I mean, that's not the big issue. We would all hit from, like one guy would drive the ball straight down the middle, and then we'd all hit. And if we didn't do better than him, we'd take our ball to that spot, and then we'd move to the next shot, and so on until you hole the ball. We didn't do any worse than par on a hole, and we had 8 birdies. So that was pretty good. It was well balanced. Everyone contributed. Possibly, if you get down this way, I need notice though. If we're going to play golf, I'll let you know. Yeah, when you get down this way. Sometimes I don't schedule things too far in advance because things always come up. And you know, for example, I wasn't planning on visiting my mother today, but I'm going to. You know, she's in a nursing home down here, so there's that. I used to have friends that we would go when my mom was doing better, actually. We would, I should say, when she was more control of her mind, we would all drive separately to play golf. And my buddy Bruce is down the street, and now I drive him because at any time before, my mother might just call me. "I need you," you know, so that I would just leave and go. But now, you know, they have people to take care of her. So. But yes, absolutely, if you are in the vicinity, we can get together and play some golf. It's best if you're in down this way, to be honest with you, from May to October, the summer. We can get around in 3.5 hours because no one's out there and it's so hot, but it's hot everywhere. And those are summer rates. For example, my neighborhood courses here are over $160 for 18 holes right now. There's no way in hell I would ever pay that. In the summertime, I can play them for under 40. Now that's reasonable. So what we do, Bruce and I, we drive to where you can't swing a cat and let it go without hitting a golf course in Florida. So there are many places that have very, very good rates especially for residents. So we know those places, and we go play there. They're not as great as PGA courses, but you still have to hit the ball. So we like them, though. In the summertime, we play at this place about 20 miles from here. And you can eat lunch and play golf for $23. Really good lunch. Yeah. The Hemingway house down in Key West. I've been down there. It's very nice in Key West. So you're gonna drive your house down to Hemingway's house. That's cool. I have another friend who sold his home here in Florida, and he and his partner, they have an RV, and they park it. He's a surfer. Now he's my age and still surfing, so they're up by the inlet, and they are at an RV place. And he says, they're all over the place going. She works for a while as a nurse, or I think, and then they take off and go again somewhere else. Nurses are always in demand. And then I asked him about mail. He says, well, you have a service. It goes, you would know this, William. It goes to the service, and then they forward it to you wherever you are. So you can always have your mail forwarded. So that's pretty cool. It's an interesting life to go from brick and mortar to where the rubber meets the road. Yeah. It's an interesting way of life. It's an interesting life, period. It's an interesting chap. Claire's been working. And you have a few days, thankfully you have a few days off. Great. Yeah, we did win. I was completely shocked. And usually in those tournaments, people come in, sandbaggers come in. That's what we call someone who's like a real low handicapper, and they just come in and go 15 under par or something like that. And also for charity, they sometimes, you know what a mulligan is for those who are not golfers, is taking an extra shot. Let's say we are playing golf and you hit a ball you don't like. It's, screw it, just drop another ball and we won't count that one, and hit another shot. That's a mulligan. You're taking another shot. You can't do that in a tournament unless the tournament may offer mulligan tickets. You can buy them for like $5 for a book of 5, right? And so you're on the green putting, and everybody misses a putt. Okay, I'm going to use a mulligan. Boom, you make it. Okay, good. So you count the score, but you used up one ticket. We call that buying your score. So, if you buy 10 of those, you're going to use 10 mulligans. Sometimes they don't allow them on the green, but maybe you were getting to the green in 4. With a mulligan, you get there in 3, and you get a birdie, something like that on a par 5. So they didn't offer any of those freebies. So we actually won with our net score, so that was good. And I'm surprised because it wasn't my best day. It was too early for me. That's not my favorite format because you tend to, try to hit everything really hard because you want to get it as far as you can, and that's not the way the ball goes far. So I was a little out of my game, but I can putt, so that helped. At least I did on Saturday. Had a couple of birdies, I think. So anyway, so that was fun. It can be fun. Yeah, you let me know if you're heading this way, William. We'll have plenty of time. We'll create time. We will create time to play some golf. And if you don't play golf, then want to just go hit balls, we can do that. Because that's always fun. And usually, everybody has a good time now. If you're just starting out playing golf, believe me, William can attest to that, or any golfers out there, and you are just constantly hitting the ball in the water and the ridge, and you're constantly looking for golf balls. And this time of year, it's crowded down here, so people stack up behind you, and before you know it, the marshal will be out there saying, hey, you folks are holding up the whole work, so we got to move you up 2 holes. Even though you paid for 18 holes, they're going to skip you to the next hole or 2 because you're holding up. That's why it's best if you've never played golf to practice. Practice. When I used to have this house here and lived in New York, and I hadn't played golf for maybe 6 months, and I know how to play golf. I mean, I'm not great, but I know the game. I don't slow anyone up. I've played with pros. I played, and I just keep moving along. So I would have a lesson. I would come down and have a lesson for, half hour, just a little coaching lesson to give me my tips to get me back to where I wanted. And then I go play. Drinks at the 19th hole. Yeah, always drinks at the 19th hole. Although these days, well, when I started playing, we used to drink throughout the entire round. And my friend still, if there's a birdie, we have some whiskey, some honey whiskey that he always has, and we sip that. So we had some of that several times on Saturday. But it's a game that requires so much concentration. I don't drink usually while I'm playing golf at all because I take it seriously. I want to play and do the best I can. So what happens if I'm playing close to home, we used to have a couple beers. I don't even do that anymore. I have the beers at home, but there are places close to my house. So we leave the golf course, and of course, if we play at the club here, they have great facility to eat. But I don't belong to it because it's way too expensive. It used to be, when I first moved here, you could spend $7,000 for a golfing membership if you lived here. And you would pay, get this, I think it was about $450 a month, dues. So you give them the $7,000, then you're giving them $450 a month. And for that, you get to play golf. But they changed it. I was even thinking about that at the time. I was doing much better when I first moved here in 2013, full-time. So I said to the guy, I said, look, listen, my friend is in that $7,000 program because you get the $7,000 back. So it's a no-brainer. So you're going to spend $450 a month. That's a lot of money, but still, if you have it, it was okay at the time. And the director says, oh, no, we don't offer that anymore. But I'll tell you what we can do, brother. He says, for $11,000, we can give you, for the first year, only $350 a month, and then it goes up to $500 a month and won't go any higher. I said, $11,000. Do I get the $11,000 back? Oh, no, you don't get that back. Now, again, I've already said there's so many golf courses around here. I joined a place that cost, it was $250. And I got 10% off the greens fees. I could hit all the balls. They set them up on a pyramid that I wanted. So I would drive over there, hit golf balls all summer, and drive my car, never go into the clubhouse. Just go up. They knew me. I would just go up there, hit balls, and work on my game. was good. They stopped that because so many people took advantage of it. But what I'm saying is there are places, if you drive outside away from here, that are very, very reasonable. There's no way I would spend that kind of money. Yeah. Or whack, golf or whack fuck, some call it. I've never heard that, but yeah. It sounds like a word that is used quite often. It's golf terminology for sure. I hear oh fuck a lot. Shit, fuck. You know. That's golf. You're still here, grabbing your car. Hey, how's your car doing? You get it, getting it fixed now, right? It's all ready? So what I was getting at, William, we don't drive. Too many of my friends have had DUIs. I have skated through my 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s without getting one. I don't want to get one now. So I'm very careful, very careful. At the neighborhood, close to the neighborhood's all right, because if I was totally trashed, I'd walk home, but I don't get that way anymore anyway. So, just so you know. Because they don't play down here. No, they do not. Yep. Yep, there you go. 2 golf courses within 2 miles. Within 2 miles, let me see, within 2 miles of me, 7 golf courses. That's a lot. And one of them I play this time of year quite often. They have Champion Turf, which is at Quail Valley, Quail Hollow, where they play a PGA tournament in North Carolina. And they took over the greens, and the greens are impeccable, and it's fast as lightning. Some of my friends don't like them. I love them. I love the faster, the better. If you just get it online, you know, great. I know what mics are. Mics are miles. So. But you are so shy to go. Well, if you want to go, if you get time away from the children, just go over and they would have a pro and they will give you a lesson. You're a beginner. When you start out, sometimes they'll put you in a group of, if you just want to be with women or men, it doesn't matter, beginners, if you've never played before, and they will help you. And I know you have a golf course. I've seen not in a creepy way, but you know this, I've told you. I was checking out where you live because I have friends, other friends over there, and I always like to know where you are in relation to them. So that's cool. And I do, my eyes always gravitate towards on the map that has color to it, the green over there, and you see the little flags, and I'm like, aha, there you go. Golf. It's a fun game. It's frustrating as hell. If it was easy, they say we wouldn't play it, except I'd love to play it just once when everything I did worked perfectly. Just once. I'd probably stop then. Because you cannot perfect. There's no perfection in golf. Even the pros on great rounds will have a shot they would like to have back. But you know, when you hit 1,000 balls a day, working out 500 to 1,000, they're just constantly hitting and pounding to get that muscle memory so that every time they're up there, they swing the same. See, that's my problem, is the memory. Well, is it a private club? If it's not a private club, and even if it is a private club, I think they allow lessons because it's one way for the pros to make some money. Because the women are allowed in the clubhouse, not, you know, in the dining room, usually. I mean, they've kind of gotten away from that. Claire. I'd be surprised. I mean, Augusta National, where they play the Masters, allows women, and that was like the last of the ones. There's a club outside of Washington, D.C. that is men only, and now they've started, you know. I never played that. That didn't interest me. Everybody. How there are women out there that are so good. They play a different game, a very methodical game, a smart game. One time at band camp, I played golf with two ladies who were they were a couple, two girls, a couple. And the starter said, "There's two women here. Do you want to play with them?" I said, "Sure." So we became very friendly as we're playing, and you know, all kinds of stuff. But they thought I invited them to my house. I said, "Hey, why don't you come on over? We'll have a drink, sit around the pool, have a drink." I just liked them. They were both like. One girl was all in. The other one was no. I said, "Come on, look. It's me. I'm the same way I am here." Oh, man. But they didn't want to. No, one did, but one did not. She said, "Oh, we'd love to." And then the other one said, "You know, on second thought, we can't." Okay. Okay, girls. Whatever. Nice meeting you, and have a wonderful time vacationing. But they didn't. So that's it. Yeah, golf is good. It's fun. Claire, if you get the opportunity, please do that, because then when I visit you, we'll play. We'll play in jolly old England. Or perhaps you will be in jolly old Scotland. I don't think I played in Europe. No, in Hawaii I played. And I don't know if I played in Germany. No, I may have. I forget. It's been a long time. But I appreciate the game much more now. When I was younger, it was just drinking and playing and having a good time and not really worrying about things. Yes, you should. I think it'd be a nice game for you. And I would highly recommend if you get the chance, watch the ladies tour. You know, you can watch the European tour, the U.S. tour, the world tour, whatever, when the women get to play, because the men sometimes, I mean, they're have very good swings, of course, but the women players, for the upper body strength, it doesn't take upper body strength, and that's what gets me in trouble. If I let my hands and arms get ahead of me, it's the core. So if you have your hands up, just imagine you're holding something, and you swing your body, the core, right, around, let your arms follow. It's going to go much further than if you go. You want the core going and your hands trailing, so you get some lag. I mean, there's a lot we can talk about, but you have a lesson. Have a lesson. Miniature golf is fun. We can do that, Daniel. We can play miniature golf when I meet up with you. I'm sure there are some. Perhaps we can see if there's any there around, you know, between us or in the Hollywood area. That'd be nice. Yeah, Bob Hope. I'm Bob Hope. Yes, Bob Hope was a very good golfer. Bing Crosby was an excellent golfer. It would suit your temperament. When you're playing golf, you really can't think too much about anything else. That time when you're over that ball, you've set it up, you want to be concentrating on what you're doing. Because if you're thinking about something else, and this happens to me all the time, if I think about something else, you miss maybe one of the ingredients for a good swing. Elizabeth, good morning. Kathy's mom is awesome. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's very nice of her to do that. Lisbeth. Elizabeth. It's a lovely name, Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. I came on a little late today, so I'm going to take this lovely group of people with me to the bottom of the hour, in case you're wondering. I was actually here on time, but it was really interesting because Kathy was first, and then Bo came in. And so I'm typing away, figuring everybody's going to show up, and suddenly they disappeared. I did nothing. I mean, they were up and we were communicating for like 2 seconds, and then shoo, it dropped out. I restarted the stream. I just clicked on it again, even though it said we were streaming, and it went through again. It was weird. It never happened. And I wouldn't have thought of it except I would have had to drop the whole thing and restart from the beginning, which doesn't take that long, but I was fortunate for it to kick in. It was weird, very weird. I was sitting here thinking that they weren't hearing me and just talking to myself as I am wont to do. Let's see, what does David says? He says it's a sport that will suit my temper. He says it will. I agree with him. If your demeanor is you don't get too upset. You know, if you watch some of the great players, men and women, they don't get too excited on a great shot, and they don't get too excited on a bad shot. I get pissed on a bad shot, and I can control it on a good shot because I want to do that. And I don't want to act like it's the first time I ever did it, you know, jumping up and down everything. So it's fun. Your mom's playing innocent? Well, how did she do that? Did she go to the to the mechanic and pay him ahead of time? I mean, must have, or called them. And she's saying, no, it was just already paid for when you went there. That's very nice. That's the kind of thing I need. Yeah. You can see and hear me, yeah. I hope so. But that was earlier. Seems like yesterday, and yesterday's gone. Or something like that. What do we have here? I have a message from someone. I'm saving something for Kathy. I don't know what that is yet. Oh, I see. I see how it works. Your phone's being weird. So it's kind of like delaying. It is. Right, well, you know. At least we have phones. Actually, there are more computers now than they are phones. Talking on it is probably the least thing that I do with my phone. Would you say that's pretty much the case for most people, perhaps? I mean, texting would take the place of sometimes talking. And I love to type when I'm texting much more than you can tell when I'm on the phone, screw up. A Weird Phone. Weird Science. Remember that movie? That was good. But the beautiful at the time, Steven Seagal's wife, Kelly LeBrock. Yeah, she was a knockout. And then, I don't know what, Twinkies got in the way or something, but I mean the snack treat. Something went terribly wrong. I think she just, maybe she was tired of the Hollywood thing, where looks, are the main course. You're going to do some housework. Yay! Good for you. Oh, yeah, you would talk on it. Yeah, of course. By the end of the day, tired of your voice? No. You have a lovely, sweet voice. So does Kathy. Carrie has a very calming voice as well. Bo has a lovely voice. Sarah, everyone has a nice voice. Striper. Mm-hmm. By the light of the silvery moon, is that it? You do sound posh. It's your, you know what it is. It's more than your accent. It's your grammar, which is perfect. You really have wonderful grammar and diction, which is good. A bit posh, yes, of course. Oh, and speaking of poshness, didn't I hear something on the radio about the Queen's other son, who was Jeffrey Epstein's friend, that he is stepping back again, or he's not doing something. What does he not do? Oh, he's not going to take the appointment to something, some position. I'm not sure what it was he was going to get, but it was some given appointment, and he's going to wait. I think he gave some reason, but let's say he's going to wait till things cool down a bit, because I believe it is a position that creates more wealth for him, or more, it's a job or something, or a position, just a title, I should say, another title. Andrew, another title. But he's having to put, they're making it sound like he decided. I bet the Queen decided. Andrew, you're not going to take that position. It would look terrible. So I want you to do a news conference and say that you're not going to do it until whatever. But you're not going to take it. You're not going to take the people's money. The subjects. No, not at all. Well, that was an interesting thing. Hey, I'm expecting something to come out still about Jeffrey Epstein and about Bill Clinton, who took 26 flights on his plane. And I don't know how many went to Lolita Island, but I mean, I have to think that those two guys were up to some no good. Do you think? I think so. The Andrew, formerly known as Prince. That's hilarious. formerly known as Prince. That's very funny. The Andrew, formerly known as Prince, has decided to defer on an appointment which would provide him with more income until a more appropriate time, if that ever happens. Lolita Island. Yes, yes. I think this little outfit was a uniform there. Jeffrey Epstein. Is that Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Weinstein. No, Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, he is a very good lawyer. But you have to, he was in a position where he would promise or give an opportunity to young women for sex to get parts in show business, right? Terrible, first of all. Casting couch, if you will. But here's where the problem lies in their defense. Not of Weinstein. I think Weinstein's defense is really good, but for the girls, for is her name Allred or whatever her name is, the woman who represents all of these people. We know he's a creep. All right, everybody knows he's a creep. But once they leave after having sex or whatever they're doing, within days or hours later, they text him. Okay, maybe they said no, so no should mean no, and nothing should happen. That's a crime right there if it does. But then they follow up with texts to the man and say, oh yeah, it's great, hey, I'll look forward to seeing you at the next place. But okay, but that was no, but now they have favorable texts or something. That's kind of odd. That strikes of, it's just not right. I mean, look what he did if they said no, and that's alleged. If so, the no is kind of weakened, if you will, and I'm not saying they're lying, but it's kind of weakened from the defense position because they follow up with texts to the guy. Hey, will I see you at the whatever in a month? Who does that, right? Anyway. Yes, he could have just but see, a lot of these were fledgling actors. They were just starting out. I think there are some very famous ones too that dodged him and still managed to succeed. But yes, you're right. They had to. They had to. And I mean, is it right? No. Is it wrong? Yes. Does it happen? Of course. Why am I casting couch right back here? Nothing happens. That one on the wall was the last one in here, and she's the closest one to it. Lolita Island. It is very complicated. They should change it to Low Life Island. I'm hearing this sound go around like it's stereo or something. Oh, thank you. That in my studio office here. My guitar's over here, cameras and stuff there. But that sofa, believe it or not, opens up. I'm not that far from it, to a queen size bed. Never been, maybe once was used for a couple children, maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, something like that. The house was purchased in 2008, so yeah, at least 10, 12 years ago. 11, let me see, today's 20, no, actually, it fits. So, yeah, but it folds out because when took measurements for furniture to make sure that it comes out right to the base here. You move the chair, of course, because the chair, this is a different chair than I had originally, and it would fit right under, you know. But this would just roll out of the way and open up the bed. But, no. But the sofa itself is very comfy. It's comfy. My living room is the time. It's Tommy Bahama furniture, and you know, it's got that islandish theme with the leopard rug and all that kind of stuff. It's all wearing, of course. There's Ellie. Hey, Ellie. It's Ellie. Yeah, I was looking at some real estate, not to purchase, just I sometimes peruse just what's going on. And there was this place in Florida, and it was really nice and reasonable. And I thought, wow, that's kind of a cool place. I mean, forget about hurricanes and things like that, but it was on an island just off the coast, off of a barrier island, but you could only get there by boat. And that's a little too stranded for my tastes. How are you doing, Ellie? I'm fine, thank you. Everyone here seems to be doing well. It's Ellie from up north, I believe. What's the temperature like up there today? You're not in New Hampshire. I think you are in Massachusetts, or am I wrong? Probably. Oh, great! Claire, that's terrific news. And how far is it from where you are living now? That's very exciting. I'm sure the children will be happy. Will they still be able to attend the same school? They're young enough, though, if they aren't, to readjust. To adjust, not readjust, adjust. That's good, Claire. That's great. Yes, I know you're random. What the hell kind of noise are you making? What are you doing? Hmm. Probably a good idea. Good, good, good. Massachusetts, try. You've had a long day already. Wow. Are you a New England Patriots fan? How about those Pats? I didn't know you were a singer, Kathy. We'll have to test your skills. Your skills. Test those skills. Ellie, did you watch the Academy Awards? Mhm. The Academy, when I lived in New York City, when the Academy Awards came on, a lot of people had parties. I mean, they started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or whenever they started covering red carpet and things like that, you know, on other channels. Yeah, that was not for me so much. I didn't watch them either. I got a recap on some of the films. It was surprising, though, that Parasite, a foreign film for us, and with subtitles, won the Best Picture, first time ever. It's not a foreign film if you live in Korea. So it's a foreign film for most people. Yes, I'm sure it'd be lovely. I'm sure. And you'll be glad to be further away from that golf course, perhaps. Brooke Hours. Hello, Brooke. It's nice to see you. Skill. Shrill. Hey, I can shrill too, so. Any other new people around? They're showing up as I am about to sign off for the day. Nice of you to be here. And Ellie, nice of you to come in. I start at 10:15 and I'm usually out at 12:15 or so. Today I'm a little longer because I started a little later. But this is the time when I'm going to be heading out. So I want to thank you all for being here. It was a fun day. Good to see everyone. I'm glad everyone is doing well, or apparently doing well. And that makes us all happy. So I will look at all of the mail and texts and everything that you may have sent, and I'll respond to those. And I hope to see you on Wednesday, because it's Wiener Wednesday again. Wiener Wednesday is the day when we highlight in our thumbnail. Today was Alex Uchida. Wednesday will be one of the guys. There are only a handful of guys, and only a couple of those have sent me photos to put up. So a favorite of ours will be put up on Wednesday. So I will see everyone later. And as always, it was great talking to all of my favorite mods, the Mod Squad. William, we'll see you later. Striper. Elizabeth came in late, but see you later, Elizabeth. And everyone else that I'm missing. And I'll talk to you soon.